planes are pretty good at staying up in the air when an engine goes down.
You're on a plane, halfway through your flight, maybe scrolling your phone or half asleep with headphones in. Everything feels calm. Then suddenly, the engines go quiet. No roar, no hum, just silence. That's the moment your heart drops, because silence in a plane never feels like peace. So, what actually happens when both engines fail mid-air? Is that it? Game over? Surprisingly, not at all. Let's break it down.
It's not the least bit uncommon for jets to descend at what pilots call flight idle, with the engines run back to a zero thrust condition. They're still operating and powering crucial systems, but providing no push. You've been gliding many times without knowing.
First, here's the thing most people don't realize. Planes are designed to fly even without engines. Losing power doesn't mean the aircraft just drops out of the sky. Instead, it turns into a really big glider. A commercial jet can glide for roughly 1.5 to 2 miles for every 1,000 feet of altitude. That means if a plane loses both engines at 35,000 feet, it can still glide for more than 60 miles before touching the ground. So there's plenty of time for the pilots to find a safe place to land. And engine failure? It's rare. Modern jet engines are incredibly reliable. They're tested to extremes, often built to handle things like heavy rain, birds, or volcanic ash. But once in a while, something unexpected happens. Take the famous example of US Airways Flight 1549. You might know it as the Miracle on the Hudson. In 2009, a flock of geese hit both engines just after takeoff from New York. Both engines lost power instantly. Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger and First Officer Jeff Skiles had 208 seconds to make a decision. They couldn't make it back to the airport, so they glided down and landed the plane safely on the Hudson River. Every passenger survived. That's the perfect example of what pilots train for again and again. Engine failure is one of the core emergency drills they rehearse in simulators. They don't panic. They act.
The pilot would then start a shallow glide to the nearest suitable landing spot. Next, the plane will maintain airspeed by slowly decreasing in altitude.
When both engines stop, the first step is to establish glide speed. Pilots adjust the nose of the plane so it maintains enough lift to keep gliding smoothly. Then comes the big one: restart procedures. Pilots immediately try to restart the engines using several methods. There's something called a windmill restart, where the airflow from the glide spins the engine turbines, helping them restart if fuel and systems are still available. If that doesn't work, auxiliary power units and battery backups can help. Even if both engines can't be restarted, pilots have tools. One of the most important is the RAT, short for ram air turbine. It's a small propeller that automatically pops out when power is lost. As air flows through it, it generates just enough electricity to keep essential systems running, like flight controls, communication, and some navigation tools. So the plane isn't helpless. It's quiet, yes, but still very much under control. Pilots then look for a safe place to land. That could be an airport, a highway, or in rare cases, water. Most large cities have multiple nearby airports, giving pilots options even in emergencies. Air traffic controllers assist by clearing paths and helping locate the nearest viable runway. Now, you might be wondering, has this ever ended badly? Unfortunately, yes. The Air Transat Flight 236 in 2001 ran out of fuel over the Atlantic Ocean due to a leak. Both engines failed, and the crew had to glide the Airbus A330 for 19 minutes over the ocean. That's about 75 miles of gliding. They made it safely to an airbase in the Azores. Every single passenger survived. That event completely changed how airlines monitor and train for fuel management and emergencies.
Full brake, yep. Full brake. There we go, come on, full brakes, on those brakes. Come on, baby.
So, when both engines fail, it's definitely serious, but it's not hopeless. Pilots are prepared, planes are engineered for it, and procedures are built on lessons from past incidents. And here's the reassuring truth. In commercial aviation history, complete engine failure on both sides is extremely rare. You'd have to fly almost every day for thousands of years to even statistically experience it. If it does happen, the people in the cockpit are some of the most trained professionals in the world. They're calm when everyone else would panic. They know exactly what to do. So the next time you're on a flight and the engines hum in the background, remember this. Those engines are built to keep going, and even if they don't, the plane can glide, the pilots can land it, and you're safer than you think. A plane without power isn't a falling rock. It's a silent, controlled glider. And up there, silence doesn't always mean danger. Even after knowing this, you cannot completely control your behavior. So, what do you think? If the engine suddenly went quiet mid-flight, do you think you'd stay calm or completely lose it? Drop your thoughts below. Let's see how many of you would actually keep your cool.